Hello everyone, Tax Turbo here, and today I'm showing you a pretty beast gameplay. But first thing first, this is the class that I'm using. It's MSBS with the silencer and the red dot, and I'm using Stalker, Dead Silence, Amplify, Focus, and Hardline. And for the strike package, I use Assault Strike package, which is the... oh man, I don't remember, still this kill streak. But anyway, it's something like a Predator missile, kind of. Chopper gunner, well, chopper, normal chopper, and what's the last thing name? I don't remember either. But it's basically this small little thing that flies around and you can shoot people. So that's all that matters. Anyway, this is my first ever, I think, in a Call of Duty series, nuke or whatever you call it, K.E.M strike, or, well, as a matter of fact, it's the first one of all Call of Duties that I ever gotten a nuke with the Assault Strike package, and I'm pretty proud of it. As you can tell, just near the end of my streak, I actually kind of calmed down and played a bit defensively, just because I knew I was close to it, but I wasn't sure how close am I. Because that's the downside of playing assault. You just can't tell unless you count every single kill. You just can't tell how far away you actually are from getting a nuke. But I got it, and you'll see it later on. But anyway, stuff that I want to talk about is a focus attachment. It's probably the most important perk you can use in this game, and the main reason for it is, I don't know how much you guys played this game yet, or maybe some of you watching it haven't played the game yet. Basically, if you get shot at and you're shooting at the guy, without a focus attachment, your gun flinch so much that it's pretty much impossible to kill anybody. Not sure if you remember that, but back in Black Ops 2, when it got only released, I did the video talking about the toughness perk in Black Ops, and I said one thing, that it's not necessary. It's pretty important, but it's not necessary because it depends mainly on how your aim works. Like, my aim works the way that I'm trying to aim at the chest. So back in Black Ops 2, if I wasn't using a toughness, basically what happened, when my gun flinched, I got the free headshot every so often, especially when it comes to submachine gun. But in this game, the gun flinched so much that it's like nearly twice the size of the guy you're shooting, like twice the height of the guy you're shooting at. So it's pretty much, it puts you off target completely, and I just can't stress that enough, guys. You need to use this perk. If you don't use this perk, you're doing something wrong. Definitely. Like, you're definitely doing something wrong. If you haven't used it yet, give it a try. You will see huge difference. And from what I've noticed, this perk, apart from obviously making your gun flinch less, but apart from that, what it actually does, if the enemy that shoots at you, he doesn't have the focus perk, and you're the one that has, and he shoots at you, you shoot at him, you make his gun flinch even more, just because you have a focus attachment. So it's not exactly because of that, it's more because of the fact that more of your shots are actually on target. So every time, the way the flinch works is every time you get hit by the bullet, you flinch. So obviously in a normal situation, when you don't have focus on, he doesn't have focus on, it's kind of random. Like, some of the bullets hit, some of the bullets don't hit, and what have you. But when you have focus on, pretty much every single bullet registers, and that makes him, that puts him in a position that it's pretty much impossible for him to kill you. Once you start shooting at him, that's it, he's gone. And the only way to get a fair gunfight in this game is if either none of you are using focus or both of you are using focus. Anything else It's just using this one single perk puts you in such an advantage over other guys, especially over other players that doesn't use a focus. It's just crazy. Like if you haven't tried, you have to try it. And it's kind of weird because at the same time, I'm talking about like 10 minutes about one perk already, but I I really want to, I don't know, explain it to you guys, especially the guys that haven't played the game much yet. How important it is. It's basically, imagine it's like back in the Call of Duty World at War or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 even. It's like stopping power. That's how important this perk is. Like without this perk, you pretty much, well, you're gonna have a hard time. Let's put it that way. And the funniest thing is, because I haven't used it at first, and I kind of blame the connection for it. I'm like, oh man, the connection sucks. I shoot the guy first, and I died because he shot me back. And how come I couldn't kill him and he killed me in 2 shots? That's because he had the focus on, and that's the only reason. And funny enough, I actually said I only had this conversation the other day with a friend of mine, and he was complaining about this game. He was like, "Oh my god, it's connection. It's unbelievable. I can't kill anybody. It's just, it's shit and whatever." And I'm like, "Are you using focus?" And he was like, "No, where's that?" So after explaining him everything, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I put it on." And he put it on the first game he went into. He was like, holy shit, that's a huge difference. And it is. Believe me, guys, it's a huge difference. No matter what kind of gun you're using, it gives you a huge advantage. There you go. There's my K.E.M strike. First time ever got a nuke with the assault strike package. And as you can tell, I'm pretty happy. I'm actually starting to run around now because I was really, as you could tell earlier on, I was really playing defensive at the end. Because I wasn't sure how far away am I, and I really wanted to get it, especially that I never got it before. And but yeah, that's enough. Let's got it enough about the focus perk. And but just say it one more time. You need to use it. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to use it. But no, the funniest thing about it is, it's like, you know, back in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Nobody forced you to use stopping power, but if you didn't, you were in really huge disadvantage, unless you were using UMP. But that's another story. Let's forget about the UMP for a second. Everyone knows if you haven't used the stopping power, you're putting in put it in really huge disadvantage, and the same way the focus perk works here. And as much as it was important perk back in Black Ops 2, it was nowhere near important, believe me, as it is in this game. It's especially because you get killed so quick. You know, in Black Ops 2, if you haven't used the toughness perk, which did pretty much exactly the same, you could still outsmart the enemy. Here, you can't really do it. So, that's probably my best gameplay so far in Call of Duty Ghosts. And I focus mainly on talking about the focus perk. But yeah, well, let's talk about the gameplay for a second. The biggest reason why I got this game, this gameplay, you know, why it went so good for me. It's none of the enemies actually in this lobby. None of them use that silence. And or maybe it was actually one guy, but for some reason, you know, the perk Amplify that allows you to hear the enemy footsteps better, and apparently allows you to hear the dead silence users. I never hear the dead silence users, even with the Amplify on, unless I'm playing on this map. For some reason, the snow makes the Amplify works even better. So even if you come across one dead silence user, you're still gonna hear them all the time. It's crazy. If you come across the enemy that doesn't use the dead silence on this map, you can literally hear them like about 50 meters, obviously in game, about 50 meters away from. And actually, just after I got this game, I got the complaint from one of the guys that they were playing against me, that I was hacking, that I was doing all sorts of different things, obviously calling me names, calling all my family member names. I don't usually get into that kind of conversation because obviously it's pointless, because you know it's over internet, so he can say whatever he likes, I can say whatever I like, and nobody's gonna come up any smarter out of it. So but basically, no, the thing is, if somebody doesn't know about it, about them two things like that silence and focus perk, or amplify and focus perk, it's he's really in a big disadvantage. And give it a try, guys. Even if you don't have a headset, even if you play on your normal like the TV screen or whatever, on this particular map especially, use the amplify and use that silence, and you will, and focus, obviously don't forget about focus, and you will be amazed how well it's gonna go for you, especially on this map. And there's another map as well that that amplify works really well, even for that silence users, and I believe, I don't remember the name of it, but it's one of the smaller maps. Well, all of them are huge, but it's the map with the sand anyway. So the sand and the snow works pretty much the same. Final score, it's 68-0. I didn't die once. I was close to it a few times, but I haven't died once. And I got the nuke with the assault straight back. So I'm pretty proud of this gameplay. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you on my next video.